Hello everyone, this is comrade-Sirius. Welcome to episode 1944. Well, it's a summary of our, Prague. What we have been doing. That's basically it. And you can see the city has grown quite big. The whole city part. The trains should not be waiting here, honestly. And definitely not allow workers to, vehicles to run through. That's a bad joke. Okay. Well, that will be for another point. Let the camera rotate again, and let's look at what happened. And as long as there is night, let's take a look at this train, and we might start with some statistics. In terms of numbers, you will see it. It's pretty simple. Let's start with workers. Last year, and let's go just a few down. We started at around 6,000 people. Then we had quite a dip, and now we are at near 10,000. We are oscillating because there are some slight issues in wheelability in the uppermost buildings. So yeah, that will take a while. We'll need to sort it. Basically, some of them cannot get to shop. That's the biggest issue. So they do not like the situation they have gotten into. Money-wise, we are okay if we look at the same time scale. So last year and go for down, you can see money throughout the whole part that we had. We exported for over 1.5 million in rubles. We imported almost 3 million of goods. We imported more than 1 million worth of vehicles, and we earned 2.5 million from tourism alone. If we look at it, yeah, hotels are absolute most of it. I know that this is not in English; it's in Czech. So yeah, you can see the rest is really small. These are shops and these are museums. That's all. We can look at it a little detailed. One of it is import. If we take it import, what goes up absolutely the most is fuel. And yeah, we have a lot of vehicles. That's without money. And we'll probably will want to get to a refinery of some sort, but we will need to import fuel because there's no way we are able to, build the whole, have enough oil from this map, which is deliberate, but there's not enough oil to, run a refinery fuel fully. So, like in reality, this country will need to import oil because we are not oil too big, in reserves. Second biggest is steel. Icons, so even terms in Czech are not big of a problem. It's obviously mostly for buildings, and a significant portion of it is rail building. So there's that. Third part are, you can see that it was fabric for manufacturing, but in 1943 it looks like we started the industry. So since then we no longer import them, and on the other hand we are exporting them. Chemicals, yeah, that's growing. That's another thing I would really like to get to manufacture ourselves. Crops, self-explanatory. Meat, almost the same cost. And yeah, the rest is just going down. Electricity, as you can see, that's not a big priority because we are okay. It's just 70, well, less than 80,000 for 5 years. Come on. If you compare it, we are importing hazardous waste, and it has grown to quite a lot of number. It's almost 5,000 tons. It's more than 600,000 rubles for the whole endeavor. If you compare it, yeah, like prefabs. I don't care about prefabs right now, but if you look at imports, 600,000, that's You can count with me, but it's like 10, 30. The whole bottom is like 20. So these guys, it would probably up to electronics. Everything would be paid from hazardous waste. Like not even close. It's this big. So only these things are basically things we pay. So it's meat, crops, and so on. Out of these, honestly, if you count crops, that's 360. Chemicals, 320, and crops, 250, let's say. So something like 800,000, 950,000. If you compare it to export, 950,000. Yeah. These three, they are more than 500,000. So we are more than 50%, around, let's say 60%, on top of what our imports, what we import for production. That's what we get back. It's probably more because we are also manufacturing food, and if we look at domestic, throughout the same time we produced 4,500 tons of food, which is, when we take a look at, it's like basically 1 to 2, more than 1 to 2. So around 10,000 crops were for food and for our people. So that's not a bad idea. What we were solving and what we did, basically together. So most of you do remember, but those who are just watching this for, recap, we made the second big police station, and we switched off all those small ones because they were unreliable and basically, too slow. Currently, we are running. It looks like we have no problems. No problems at all. So we can, we can almost tone it down a bit. So that would be fine. It would be okay if it stayed like this. So there's that. And well, we should be pretty okay. In terms of transport, we are using mostly buses. Last year, we also, well, it was really, for the last while, we started with trams. There is a big problem because now we are a little overcrowded because workers from, like these houses, they cannot reach shop. This is a shop, this is a shop. They cannot get there. They should be able to, but we have, low quality paths on some of those, and they are not, straight. So we'll probably need to build a footpath, a shortcut, and also make this crossing from something else than gravel, and then it should be okay-ish. But yeah, it's not now. So it will take a moment. Also, we need some connections in this area as well. So well, yeah. You can imagine. I'm not worrying that you can't. Also, the option is to just build some, some sort of pub or restaurant, something up here. But then there is a problem because from there they will not be able to get to culture and stuff. So I don't want to do it. I might be forced to, but I don't want to do it right now. If we take a look at the whole area and orient it, around the map, we have currently 3 running farms. Hostice 1, Hostice 2, they are divided, and yeah, they are both full, almost, without trucks, so I don't care. And then there's the Bedwald, which is the largest one. We have planned together, partly, 2 other farms, which should suffice with crops for quite some time. And also there's a lot of free space up here, and we are going to have some distribution offices and stuff. So either make Jablitz great, not again, but great, or get to Bohnice, Troja, and so on. Because on the other hand, there is oil in these hills. It's like in these and these, and we will need chemicals, so nobody will live at Troya because there will be a lot of oil industry. And we definitely want to turn it into chemicals, because chemicals are consumed in Libya in quite some numbers. You can see we are making, a lot of fabric. Yeah, it looks like we are okay, and well, it looks like we probably should. We should even open it, to full, because that's how it works. Okay. Well, keep it this way. Although you can see we have a lot of parked trucks, and they get ignored because reasons. Because high priorities were always somewhere else. For example, these. Because when we started trams, we placed the tram depot that needs to be here, so trams will get to repair, because they will not repair in this, because they have no rail connection. So yeah, that's what we are building here, and well, that's what we want. Mining wise, we are okay. We are holding. When we are building more, we are getting lower, but 2000 for gravel is enough, and we got basically 4 mines, 4 mining sites for each, of those gravel plants, and it's working. It's working great. We do not need to buy gravel at all, so that's okay. And well, the city is growing. What we plan together is, for example, we are going to experiment with stuff. Let's put it this way. One thing is for you. This is just, as you can see, there are cableway poles, and they will go to a heating plant for Libya. So that's one thing we are going to build. This is a waste area that is running. 2 small incinerators is definitely enough. To be fair, I will probably replace one of them with vanilla small incinerator once we get to modern industry, but that's like 13 years more, so it will take a while. But these guys are, they are running well enough, it seems, so hopefully it's okay. We do manage to get them out. Sometimes we have more waste because, yeah, these guys are not these guys are not enough. But well, that's what this is for, and we will basically need to, up it significantly. So what will happen in the future? Area 1 is VP8 Leskachov, that's vehicle production area. We'll have train production and vehicle production, including, storages, rails, and stuff. It will take a while to build, and more importantly, it will take a while to man. We have nowhere to accommodate people for this area, so we are going to build some infrastructure here, but it will take a while before we are going to ignite it, or just start it. First, we will need to build Libya, and we will be probably able to get trains from Libya up there, up the hill, and deliver workers to the small station, and let them work on stuff. That's soon. That's near future. Things that we will be solving in 45-46 is to be building Libya, to be finishing Jablitze and the area, the farming area and rail distribution a little, but also the Libya part. Which brings me to another problem that we have, and that is we are basically not able to get more vehicles through this area reliably. We will need to get a second, probably even bigger construction hub, and it's tricky because we have nowhere to do it. It can either be in Troya, because there are some resources. It can be near the Zizkov hill, or probably even on the other side. Though I don't see rocks there, because they were none. Okay. Or we can utilize some something from the dig-in and stuff, but I don't think that's, you know, that's great. We'll see. I have no idea, we will see. The Troya area is probably, you know, a good one, but it's quite close, so I don't know. I don't know, we'll see. But we will need to solve some other, you know, building area. And honestly, we might even have, and you know, that will be up for, you know, for me to decide. This is a loading for trains, so that's not an ideal because it will be coal loading. But we'll have a mine, so we might try to do you know, some small mining site for stone. But well, there is none. Well, it seems like there is none, so I will take a look at here and hopefully we'll find something. Well, if not, there is not. Well, that's basically where we stand. That's our problem. We might import. Not too big of a deal. But the other area where we are going to grow absolutely is the Radotin and Modrany. It's also the area where a possible refinery might happen, because, you know, deliver fuel across the Republic feels like fine thing to do with trains. We have almost built basics. Mind, I used the cheat mode to you know, move time to March. And yeah, we are going to do bauxite mining. Probably can be quite a large scale. It's not a big deal. And we are going to have a big city. We are going to process bauxite. And we are going to be building rails, because this is a major rail hub, which we will need. And it will also mean that we will need to connect our rail network. And it absolutely might happen. We will, you know, just cut across somewhere with rails. And, you know, to get through Krch and, you know, Rzeszowice up here. Or, you know, for the bottom part. I have no idea what we'll do. But, you know, there's a lot of area up here which we will probably utilize. So that's something I am keen on doing. And also, like in reality, we would be also able to join with these rails. So that's also a valid point. Also, there is a lot of stone, and from gravel, from, you know, the bauxite mining, there will be a lot of, you know, waste to be recycled. Gravel waste, basically, waste gravel. So we can either, you know, use some distribution office to export, you know, excess stuff, but we absolutely might be able to, you know, just use it and get closer to the city. Have some, you know, mining sites here. They are not big. Yes, we will be needing to, you know, use these, but we can have as much as we can at the bottom of the hill. And, well, there's no limit, basically. So, we do not need to worry. That's for sure. Well, that's it. That's where we stand. That's what our plans are. If we take a look at the resource map at the end, there's some bits of coal here, which we might utilize. There's even a little bit of it here, but I have no idea if we need it. Tourist-wise, because this mission is about tourism and about connecting all 4 borders, which is this one we have, this one we are starting on, and these 2 will continue once we get at least, you know, close, or we'll simply, you know, get there with our big track buildings, trains. It will happen. A, we'll do bauxite. B, we'll do uranium ore down here. C, we'll do oil up here, and also a little bit of it down here. Iron, we are getting here, and coal, whenever we find it, we'll use it. If not, nothing bad happens. This looks like 2 mines that will be doable, so that's a good thing. Also, down here it Repore, I think. So yeah, that will happen sooner or later. So there's a lot of stuff to be done. There's also coal mine up here. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. Hopefully you'll be having fun the same way as I do. If you have any ideas, anything to say, basically write it down. If you like these episodes and like the series, you can obviously watch along. You can also tell me what you think should be done better. If you have any ideas, also for names, even in English, I don't mind. I can either translate it or use it as is. It's not a big problem. I will. So, well, enjoy this day. And by the way, we don't have food. We don't have spare food. That's a big no-no. We are going down. We are going down on food supplies. So that's another thing we need to fix. But well, that is for another day. So have fun. Have a nice day, and see you in normal episodes in next 5 years in year 16. Bye bye.